Hello, my friend. And welcome to your Reiki session. I hope you're doing as well as possible. Today's session is all about battling unworthiness. We talk a lot about boosting our sense of self-worth, about building confidence. And for this session, as always based on your incredible requests that you leave in the comments, I wanted to focus this on anyone who feels kind of chronically unworthy. I know some of you have shared feeling unworthy in stepping into a creative role or starting your own business, unworthy in relationships, unworthy of finding a relationship, unworthy of certain friendships. So this is just here to kind of move through that more constant kind of unworthiness, that maybe humming sense of unworthiness that kind of is the soundscape for your experience, because that can be really debilitating to feel like you're unworthy. It can prevent us from being able to step into new experiences, can prevent a lot of things. And so here what I just want to focus on is just kind of untying some of those tangles and just starting the process of energetically maybe starting the practice of ignoring that inner critic, really practicing self-compassion and forgiving yourself. Because so often we're so hard on ourselves for just being human. And it's really important to forgive ourselves. Self-compassion doesn't often come natural to us, so it is something that we have to regularly practice. So, I'm sending you so much love. And I want to start off with just a little bit of oil, and I'm just going to move my hands outside of your energy body here. And this is our frankincense oil. It has a little bit of jojoba, but the winter is really here. So I just find that I need a little extra boost. I draw the sacred symbols in the palms of my hands. I'm going to move through your aura. It's so many aspects and such a deep kind of practice to engage in when we have experienced things in the past that have led to a kind of constant state of unworthiness or chronic unworthiness. And So as we move through any of those past traumas, whether that was parental neglect or overly critical, hypercritical parents, whatever it is that has led you to feel that you're not worthy and to really put a lot of doubt onto yourself, the process of healing that is really multifaceted. And so I think it's really important just to focus on as much or as little as you care to right now, as you're able to kind of hold. Just focus on those, and I think most importantly, really practicing self-compassion if you could only do one of these. But I suppose all of these aspects are, in a way, being compassionate with ourselves. But some of the things that we can practice are validating ourselves. And we have to do this in a way that feels really authentic. So recognizing the ways in which we shine, how we, the value that we offer to things that we bring to this life, this beautiful life, but also like really connecting with our abilities and being really honest about our abilities and slowly trying to find a sense of appreciation and love for our strengths and what we have to offer. Because very often when we have a feeling of unworthiness, we can sometimes jump to defensiveness and have a really hard time receiving any kind of criticism, because we are so used to the voice in our head, our inner critic, that anytime someone says anything about our performance or something we've done, or we take it to the extreme sometimes if we don't have that baseline of worthiness. So really starting to practice these things can help us better engage with others and feel more comfortable in our own skin, more secure. So starting at the crown and moving down. So in traditional Reiki, we're taught cupped hands. Cupped hands for sending this energy. I feel that when you have your own practice, starting to recognize what works for you is really important. Sometimes for these sessions, especially here when they're about soothing and calming, it's nice to do things a little bit differently. So you'll see, I always do a kind of a melange. Open and closed. So I'm gonna start by placing this rhodonite stone, beautiful healing gemstone, right on your solar plexus. I want to invite in a foundation of self-compassion and love and forgiveness. And for me, this is the perfect stone for that. Rhodonite is a great stone of that gesture of union with yourself and with others, accepting the whole, the harmony and harmonious and integrated whole. This idea of forgiveness, acceptance, kind of unconditional love. For me, I love using rhodonite. It's also a great stone for any arguments or issues with collaboration or partnership, a spouse or friendship or family. So I'm just going to be placing this right here. Good. Now we're going to light our candle and set our intention. I know this session can be a little bit, this is kind of a heavy one. It makes me feel so sad to think that you're out there feeling like you're unworthy, like you are believing your inner critic, that you believe that voice. It just makes me feel really sad, and I want to do anything I can to help empower you to believe how wonderful you are. And you make mistakes, and we all make mistakes because we're human. But the path to not letting that define us is a very bumpy one. It's an important one to tread. So as always, I just want you to feel 10% better by the end of this session. Just 10% better. And I know I don't take up a very large corner of the internet or anything like that, but I do, just as an encouragement, want you to take a look at how many people are here, how many people are connecting with this idea of a lack of worthiness, feeling unworthy. And if you look at these people, you would say, oh, what do they have to feel unworthy about? What do they have to doubt in themselves? That can really help us to see ourselves reflected in these situations and start to recognize that we're all worthy, all of us. So connect in whatever way you can. Please feel free to use this space in the comments below to just connect, buoy each other up. You are so good at doing that. You are so good at buoying each other up. Commenting on each other's comments and just saying the most kind and empowering and compassionate things. And I think that can be really helpful when you're feeling down. So please feel free to use the comments as a way to do that, to really boost each other. But that's just to remember that you're not alone here. You're not alone in going through this, and the fact that you're going through this is not something that you need to believe. You don't need to believe that voice that tells you that you're not worthy. It's a choice, a very difficult choice that some of us don't even know we can make. But it's available for us to have a different way of doing things, a different way of feeling and thinking. It is available. And it is just a coping mechanism, a way that you've adapted to past trauma, and it's not who you are. It's not who you are. It's just something that needs attention, something that needs a little bit of healing, that feeling of unworthiness, but it's not the truth. You know, that voice isn't the true voice. I'm just holding my hand outside of your heart space here. On behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned self, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session for battling unworthiness. Kicking it to the curb. If you'd like to clarify or specify, or even set your own intention based on whatever it is that you're moving through, feel free to use this flame to do so now. And as long as it's in service of your own and everyone else's highest, wisest selves, I will honor that intention. And we'll see it through time, through space, to where and whenever you're receiving this session. In case you're using this to sleep, I'm gonna be using our owl rattle first, and then we'll do kind of a quieter rattle. Try and get the louder things over with here. Starting at the crown, I'm gonna move down to your toes and back up. When we're using different types of rattles and certain sound healing, we're really using those vibrations. Breaking up blockages, creating a really nice, beautiful, thick energy field. I'm using our frankincense just a little bit in my palm. I'm going to use these seed pods to do a little bit further sort of shaking up of the energy. That candle, I'm not sure if you could hear it, but it was kind of... So now what I'd like to do is light a little bit of incense off of our candle. As always, when we light anything off of our intention candle, we're preserving the intention that we've set, sort of amplifying it, and then we can use the smoke to clear anything that's not in service of that intention. So we're asking this incense to now serve this higher intention. So as I draw the sacred symbols, it's with that in mind, with that intention preserved. Just have my little sacred ashtray beside me. And draw a few symbols outside of your heels here. I'm going to use a little bit of sage. Again, just lighting it off of our candle. So anytime that the inner critic comes up, that little nagging voice that's telling you you're not worthy, telling you all the ways in which you've failed, whatever it is that voice tells you, I think most of us can recognize that inner critic. So anytime that comes up, maybe try saying to yourself, I appreciate the insight, but I don't need to hear this right now. I choose not to believe you. Thank you for trying to take care of me, but I don't need this information. Because very often what it's all about is just at one time that was what you needed. That inner critic was your way of kind of protecting yourself. And it might have worked then, but it's not serving you now. So it's really time to just start practicing having a healthier relationship with your inner critic, where you get to decide whether or not you believe some of these criticisms. I have a few stones that I'd like to use, and typically with this kind of a session, well, with a session about self-worth, I would definitely include things like rose quartz and definitely tiger's eye, maybe yellow jasper, things that can really help to boost you and make you feel more confident, maybe even a sodalite to help you to express yourself with confidence. And for this session, I would like to take it from a more gentle and spiritual approach. I'm going to be using a rose quartz point tower here, and as well as an amethyst point, and I want to use this rose quartz to really have this foundation of self-love. If we're feeling really unworthy, the leap from unworthiness to self-love seems insurmountable. So one important thing here is just to remember that taking little tiny steps, climb one rung of that ladder at a time. Luna Nate, who is my Reiki master teacher, she would talk about trying to bridge that gap between something like a really negative, low vibrational energy to this like high vibe energy by just taking it one step at a time, because it's such a large distance to cover. And so maybe we can just go from like an example like self-loathing or something like that to indifference. That would be a really nice step. And then from there, maybe we can have some sort of apathy or something. And then from there, we can start to have maybe a little bit of acceptance. And then from there, maybe we can start to find certain things about ourselves that we can acknowledge or we like or others seem to appreciate. And then slowly, maybe appreciation. And then maybe we can go up to love, but jumping from a low sense of self-worth to self-love, or maybe even self-hatred to self-love, that's huge. So we're just doing one rung of the ladder at a time. So I really want to use this rose quartz tower here just to invite that sort of gentle nudging in the right direction, focusing that energy, which these are great for, really focusing that energy. And then I'm going to be using this amethyst point. I love these. This beautiful raw amethyst point to come through your aura and just help you align, help you balance, help you see that this beautiful divine energy is flowing through you, and that just encircling you and filling you up. It's very hard to deny that divine, beautiful life force energy isn't worthy of anything. It's like the epitome of worthiness. And it's all throughout you, swirling and swimming throughout you. So we're going to use these two stones just to help you really resonate with these different concepts. Can I see your right hand? Good. Just trying the activation symbol in your right hand with this amethyst point. And with this rose quartz tower. Good. I'm going to reach over you. Can you see your left hand here? Okay, doing the same with the amethyst. Good. And with the rose quartz. Good. place this howlite right at the crown of your head. Just walking around my little table and placing this right here at the very crown of your head. So I'm just going to place my hands on your solar plexus, sending this beautiful, supportive, healing energy into the space of worthiness. There are so many energies supporting you right now. There's so much loving energy swirling around you. And just know that it's not your fault that you feel unworthy. That it's so difficult and it's so painful, but that you are able to heal. And if you practice these things, I believe you absolutely can release this, move through it, and be free of that feeling of unworthiness. And believe in yourself. Small practices really have a beautiful compound interest. You could do things like a gratitude journal. Not necessarily, I think gratitude journals are helpful for so many things, but more specifically, really being clear about what you're grateful for in yourself. And try to really deeply connect with those things. What are you really grateful for about yourself? What gifts in yourself are you really grateful for? Your ability to see, your ability to hear, to feel, to move, walk, talk. What are you grateful for? And if you're not able to do those things, really connecting with what you are grateful for. Your resilience, your perseverance, your hands, your feet, whatever it is, what are you grateful for? Sense of taste and smell. It smells good in here, doesn't it? It smells so good. Okay, my friends, as always, it is such an honor to connect with you. I really hope that you found this session helpful. Please leave me a comment if you did. Let me know. And I really just want you to take care of yourself. Be really kind to yourself in this process. Inviting in self-compassion, if we're not used to it, can feel a little inauthentic, but please work through it, move through it, and do your best to just embrace exactly who you are, because that's exactly who you're meant to be. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative. You are safe. You are so safe, my friends. Thank you so much for being here, and until we meet again, be so well. Sound. Anything like this kind of sounds like a kitten to me. Like a kitten purring. And just doing a little bit
would you suggest that a person achieve the ability to feel that comfortable with people, not have that fear or apprehension of being disliked or judged by other people?